Welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're standing here right in the middle of Old Faithful. In case you're unfamiliar with my previous series, this was really the first series I did for YouTube. It was a Factorio series, obviously. It was not a base or a large base or a mega base. It was the first, as far as I can tell, Gigabase for Factorio. And as far as I still know, it's still the largest base for Factorio, for YouTube. And as far as I know, it's still the largest base on YouTube. It is a 5,000 packs per minute base. And 0.16's rolled out, as we all know. And I've seen lots of other people that go on and start new series, and they've done this and they've done that. I want to look at my old series. I want to know how my old bases do. I want to know how much the game has improved between 15 and 16 to know what I can do going forward. Not just jump into the first series I can because new content and all that fun stuff, and then find out that, you know, I plan to do something because it sounded great in my head, and then find out the game's not quite there yet. So I have literally spent 12, 13 hours, probably longer, getting this thing up and running. Because although it was a vanilla base, there were two things that were fairly important, three things important for this base. Yep, three. One was power. Early on, very early on, I dumped standard solar panels and accumulators in for an advanced solar panel thing, which just meant that one solar panel cost 5 times as much, but produced 5 times as much power. Because we need 300,000 solar panels to keep this thing running. It's on purely solar. 13 gigawatts worth of power gets it off the ground. And in fact, I'm using complete cheat mode in here. It's on full daytime. I don't know why it fluctuates. Game mechanics, yay. But we're on solid solar. Nothing but solar midday because I didn't want to actually build. What would that be like? That'd be like 280, 270,000 accumulators to go with it. I will admit, I am in God mode, cheat mode, whatever you want to call it. Everything is infinite. But it still takes a shit ton of time to put down 300,000 solar panels. And if you don't believe me, that's my solar field. That's a holy shit Batman moment. To put things in reality, that's a screen. Each one of those is a roboport. A roboport covered with solar. You know, one roboport. That is the construction range, or that is the logi range of one roboport. So, yeah, it took a while to stamp all these down. I do like the transition between the grasslands and the desert when you don't put the accumulators down. When you put accumulators down, they just look like solar grids. It took a while and then some. Like I said, about 12 hours of me literally stamping. You know, the bots can help, and they have helped. Did that ever get set up? Yeah, it's got Logibots, good. But yeah, even with however many construction bots, 8,000 construction bots, and the biggest bot network I've ever built. That's ridiculous. That would not be normal. Normally, I would have cut it off and have 2 different networks. But I just want to get this thing running. So, actually, speaking of that, let's do cut. Cut you. That should split the networks, I hope. Why the hell do I have it? I don't even have radio coverage there. Yeah, wrong button. Really? I gotta right click to delete things down? That's annoying. 8,000 construction robots. 400 construction robots. Excellent. Did that... It made the UPS worse, I think. Anyway, okay, so the one thing I really needed was solar. The second thing that was really, really important for this particular base is I pulled up a lot of roboports for the different smelting arrays and building arrays. And I had cut it down because we were using nuclear robots. They didn't need fuel, which meant every single robot I had on the map got deleted. So I had to run around and manually load each one of these with Logibots. So that takes some time. On top of that, I haven't done all of them, but a lot of them need more roboports. In fact, circuits, which is one I haven't touched at all. Yeah, look at the charging problems we've got, and just the lack of available robots. So I wouldn't call the Gigabase running, I'd call it limping along. But I'm just pushing it aside for the moment. If the mods get updated, I have an earlier save that's even less dependent on mods, because this was the final save. So, yeah, if the mods get updated, we'll revisit the Gigabase. But it was running at a flat 30-ish UPS. 25? We're now doubled. So we're at 50 UPS. I've already seen people on Reddit go, oh, look, my base went from 60 to 150. And I'm like, yeah, 60 still means you're fine. Or belt bases that went from 15 UPS to 60 UPS. Well, no wonder, it's full of belts. We went big, we went giant, we went massive with nothing but the biggest and the best, and this is what we came up with. And the last mod that we had running was we actually had upgraded our stack inserters bonus tabs. Stack inserters, where are we? These bad boys, they moved 100 per swing, which meant stuff like green circuits. These builds don't quite work. It's not going to get, well, at the moment it's not getting any iron because the bots are flat out, but it won't get copper wire in fast enough for the speed it runs at. So that's something else we had to take into consideration. That this base won't actually, in its current iteration, run at 5,000 packs. But it is running at 228 iron and 150, no, 150, 50 copper. Which is substandard to say the least. But it just comes down, we just don't need the copper at the moment. This is copper ore, this is copper plate. There's this one train asking for copper plate. There is 0 trains asking, well, there's a heap of trains with copper ore. Iron's the other way around. Oh, we've cleared the backlog. We actually have iron ore trains, and all the plate trains have buggered off because they're now full. So now the choke point will be in circuits in general. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, all the circuits need a tweak. But production tab, 10 minutes. We are producing, although it is a little bit all over the place, we are producing some science. We are using 6k a minute because it's set up to use 6k a minute. So that part's running. The production's behind, well and truly. Fluids, yeah, well, oil's hardly even running. 10 minutes. Yeah, that tops out at like 400. Yeah. 1.9 million plastic per 10 minutes. 200,000 petroleum per minute. Yeah, but it tops out at like double that speed. So, base is somewhat running. We are doing 50 UPS, which was one of the things I was really curious about. What it means from here? Well, it means now I have a better idea of what the game's capable of in 16. Plus I can take everything I learnt doing the 15 Gigabase. Chips. Green chips. I can take everything I learnt from the version 15 Gigabase and move it forward into version 16. So Probably not today. You probably won't see the first episode today, but you'll probably see the first episode tomorrow. It'll be a brand new series. We're going to start at the tutorial stage. We're going to go through a tutorial, then through a Megabase. Now, Megabase, my attitude is, it does 1,000 packs per minute. That's the bottom line runner for a Megabase. You have to do 1,000 packs per minute. And then we're going to go bigger. So, we'll do a transition from base to mega scale, 1,000 per minute, to gigascale. How big gigascale is going to be, I don't know. I'd love to hear your opinions, especially those that have watched the original Gigabase series. If you haven't, I will be linking to the start of the playlist when I was a young, inexperienced YouTuber and had a shit mic and all the rest of it. And I'm going to apologise for that in advance. If it's really, really horrible, which I admit it is, it's cringeworthy. The content's good, but the audio sucked. Skip to episode 90. I replaced my mic because my headset mic just sucked. And yeah, go from there. Go from there. Tell me what you think from that point. Well, watch from that point onwards. Because that's when we really... I'd done a lot of the original builds, we were turning things on, and then we were error checking as we went. And there were plenty of errors to clean through and sort out, because nobody had ever done a base that size before. At least not on YouTube. At least, you know, not showing all the mistakes and all the faults. And there's some big bases pasted on Reddit, but it's just like, oh look, here's my base, it's awesome, come watch. No details on how they got there and how the builds are, just half a dozen still images, and it's like, yep, I too can load creative mode and paste down a base and then creatively get 60 UPS written in the corner and walk away. Yeah, that's still not enough robot ports. Circuits have a lot of back and forth travel. This will be one of the things that will get redesigned for the new map. Where the hell is the train station? Clear off everything but the roboports, because I hear roboports shutting down. Yeah. So that's the magic sweet spot. That many. Yeah, we will be redesigning a lot of things for our new Gigabase. But yeah, so like I said, have a watch the old Gigabase series. Tell me what you'd like to see in the new tutorial up to Gigabase series. It will be starting within the week. And yes, we're going to go through a whole tutorial again because I wasn't happy with the last one, even though it's basically finished. The SpaceX one, it's, well, tutorial into SpaceX. It's basically finished, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy it got screwed up halfway through by some mod unlocking the whole tech tree. And it did it on 2 different games. I don't even know what mod caused it. Yeah. So, gonna redo a new tutorial. I'm gonna do it properly this time. There's lots of things I wasn't happy with the last one. And then we're going to make some transitions into bigger and better and faster and more. And I forgot to add bots. Yeah, you work better with bots. That. The biggest thing I need to play with, and I need to spend a lot of time looking at, is actually map generation. Again, something I wasn't... Really? Oh. Well, there you go. It's got more train tracks. Of course it does. I wasn't happy with our resources overall in this Gigabase. It meant at one stage I was literally outposting, you know, non-stop. We've got mining productivity 750. You know, we have resources. But I'd be putting down an outpost and literally, you know, they'd last forever. But they're tiny compared to the size of the trains we're using. And we will be building bigger trains. Bigger, he says, in the new series. Which, you know, these are 312.3s. But with this and nuclear fuel, we're going to go bigger. Because why not? Bigger's always better, right? So yeah. Alright, well look, I'm going to call it here for this one. It's been interesting to see what the game's now capable of. And give me a better idea of where to go from here. I think I forgot to have robots in the last one as well. I bet this train's going to move any second and just squish me because we're standing between them, I'm sure. No. So you're waiting on plastic, which is not broken, just slow to load. Because, like I said, we had stack inserters that moved 100 per swing. And these guys just take a very long time to load now. Everything else pretty much runs fine. Plastic's just one of those ones where there is such high demand and just one train station. Get between the pipes. One train station supporting the whole map, doing all the plastic. Does that work? Of course not. Come on. Have some bots. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have more trains, I think around about this length. This length seems like a good length for the new base. You know, 5, 18, 2, 2, 18, 5. Seems like a much better length for the trains. You're not running. Why are you not running? Bots charging. Yep. You'd be surprised. A lot of these builds run fine on just 350 bots and half a dozen roboports. And of course, every one of them proves me wrong. Alright, well look, like I said, I'm going to call it here. Base is running. We've basically doubled our performance. So, I'm pretty sure we can build 5k. Whether we can go bigger, I honestly don't know. But, down in the comments, tell me what you think, tell me what you thought, tell me what you'd like to see us attempt. Is 5k big enough to float your boat? Or should we go higher? Should we go more sites per minute? I want to do it in a... I'm going to say vanilla, but I'm not going to say strict vanilla. It'll be quality of life mods only. As always, same as I did with this series, there will be downloads along the way, so you guys can download a copy of the map. And give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. Hell, just have a wander around the base, so to speak. As for those downloads, they need to be in vanilla. You need to be able to load them up without any mods, and the game just run and be happy and pleasant and not having this situation where you need to log in and put down 300,000 frigging solar panels. Because that just took hours. This is my solar stamp. Let's put it that way. Rotate. It's like 3 deep and 20 long or something. It goes from here to about here. And then I stamp in a second one, and then I stamp in what's left. And then I come back in 20 minutes. And then repeat the process. Plus all my radars disappeared. Because again, I was using modded radars. Which meant I had fog of war everywhere. I couldn't place down things. And the new silly can't run deconstruction planner if you can't see it got in my way several times. Because I could ghost down images. I could ghost down something that, well, an example of this one. I can line this up. There. Paste it down. But then I can't delete these ones. at all. I can delete those ones, but I can't delete these ones because I can't see them. That really got to me as well, and consequently half these don't line up. You know, they're all over the place. But yeah, I just got over it. Anyway, leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your questions down the bottom. Like I said, I will link to the original Gigabase series in version 15 at the end of this. It'll be on one of the end cards. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go look at a ton of maps and see where we go from there. As always, thank you guys for watching. And leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your questions, and leave some random abuse down in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!